I know exactly what's happening. The man who just collapsed from heatstroke right in front of me is the Crown Prince. If I save him, he'll live a life of luxury. But I choose to walk away, and my best friend just spent $500 on bottled water. She rushes over to cool him down. The moment I see this, it all clicks. She's just like me. She's been reborn too. In our previous life, we both had scores high enough to get into Oxford, but there was only one spot available. Only one of us could be admitted. On our way to submit applications, I saw someone collapse in the scorching heat. I stopped to help him, but my friend abandoned me. She went ahead to the school alone, and I missed the application deadline. I lost my chance at Oxford. She got in. She waved that acceptance letter right in my face, so proud of herself. That's when the man I saved came back in a luxury car. He knelt down and proposed to me in front of everyone, faced with his sincere proposal. I nodded yes. From that moment on, I became the wealthy wife everyone envied. Meanwhile, my friend graduated and ended up as just another office worker. Watching me marry into wealth drove her absolutely crazy with jealousy. But what she didn't know was that everything he did for me was actually an elaborate trap. In the end, she crashed my wedding and caused a scene when I collapsed to the ground. The Crown Prince flew into a rage. His plan was just one step away from success. In his fury, he killed her on the spot. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day the Crown Prince collapsed from heat stroke, before I could even process what happened. My best friend had already bought water and rushed over to help him. In that moment, I knew for certain she'd been reborn too, so I turned around and headed straight to the school. I submitted my application successfully. I got into Oxford. On the day I received my acceptance letter, the school invited reporters to interview me. But my best friend showed up wearing a fancy dress. Everyone was confused. She thought the reporters were there for her. She announced to everyone that, even if I got into college, I'd still end up being her maid after graduation. The moment those words left her mouth, everyone took my side. Someone even called the principal. A teacher couldn't stand her behavior and tried to get her to leave, but she shoved the teacher aside. Then, out of nowhere, she announced she was dropping out. The principal finally lost his temper and called security to drag her out. But she slapped one of the guards. She proudly declared that she would soon become a wealthy heiress. The students thought she was just dreaming. To prove herself, she started showing off everything she was wearing. That's when I noticed the red string on her wrist. I casually mentioned that it didn't look like something a rich person would wear. She took off the red string and threw it in the trash. I knew her punishment was coming.